30 years ago, I was the vice president of the International Organization of Alternative Medicine from Latin America and from Asia. And in this time, I have had enough time to study alternative medicine all over the world, especially in Europe and in Latin America. And in the end of all, I found that the oldest medicine, which we have here from India, the Ayurvedic medicine, is also the most effective medicine for people to stay with their health and to get it back. Ayurveda is the oldest medicine of the world, and from here, through the salesman from Egypt and the warman from Greece, came the Ayurvedic medicine to Europe before Jesus Christ was in this world, 300, 400, 500,000, 2,000 years before. And the Greek doctors like Mr. Hippocrates and Mr. Galen, the origin of the wisdom of them also came from Ayurvedic wisdom and from the Ayurvedic way of cure the people. And this tradition from the Greek and the Egyptian people, later on, after Jesus Christ, came to the Islamic world. And from there it came to Europe. The first medicine universities in Europe were in the south of Europe, in the border to the Islamic world, and the first universities of medicine were running from Islamic people in Granada, in Spain, in Montpellier in France, in Italy, in Sicilia and Padua. And from these universities, the real wisdom of medicine came to Central Europe. And there, together with the development of the other science in the last centuries, since the 16th century to the 19th or 20th century, we have had a very big development of this medicine. On one side, the traditions are here in India, and the traditions really in good hands, and they go a very strong way to hold the traditions, and the Panchakarma tour now is nearly similar to the way which they did 6,000 years ago in the times of Charaka. And what we found in Europe in the last centuries was a scientific way of the medicine, but both have had the same roots. The change came 100 years ago in Europe with the beginning of the pharmaceutical way and of the industrial medicine way. That's what we call now the modern medicine. But the modern medicine has only experience of 100 years. Ayurveda and all the ways which are coming out of this medicine way have roots from more than 6,000 or 8,000 years, and the experience of all this time. So for this, my heart is going to this form of help the people, of cure the people in a very understandable way without help of big industry. Maybe we need this modern medicine for acute problems, for accidents, for some things in which we have to help the people very quick. But most of the people are ill in Europe from chronic disease. And only to give you a number, 15% of the people who are going to hospital, to have to go to hospital in Europe, came from the illness of them has a name. It's the most of the people, 15%, the most of the patients have this illness. And this illness is called side effect of pharmaceutical or other medicine, modern medicine ways. Why? Why should we do this? I don't understand it, because we have an alternative way and the World Health Organization gave it free. A couple of years ago, they accepted Ayurveda and as a real form from medicine and give them the same worth in the official way as the new pharmaceutical medicine. So let us go the way which is the best for the people. But the people have to find it by themselves. So the people come from Europe to find their way here in India. Where are the roots of this treatment to help them? And then they can go back to Europe and live their way and tell it to other people. We are sitting here in front of an Hindu temple outside in the nature. The older healing places in India always have been beside of holy places, of religious places. Because you can't heal the body without heal your inner soul. And you have to find a way to your inner soul, because your inner soul has the wisdom to cure you. So it's not only to cure the body, it's to help the people to open their heart, to find their own spirit, their own spirituality, and then they get their health back from their own inner wisdom.